Acu friends, this is Nicole with How the Heck, and today we're going to be making bone broth. I really love making bone broth, especially if I've just been roasting something because I already have the bones anyways. So the other day we made a roast chicken and I saved the bones and literally just threw in the carcass after we kind of stripped off all the meat into this crock pot. In this crock pot I've added some hot water. I've also added a couple stalks of celery, a carrot about this big, and half an onion, a couple cloves of garlic, salt, pepper, and what I also like to do is add a little bit of vinegar. And so I'm using apple cider vinegar. Use whatever vinegar you have on hand and just kind of, don't overthink it, just pour in some vinegar in there. What this does is the vinegar helps demineralize the bones, and so you'll get some extra good content in that bone broth if you add it in. What you'll do, just if you're using a crock pot, just cover everything with water, let it be for 12-15 hours. I really like using these guys because you don't have to worry about it at all. But if you don't have one, you can definitely use a pressure cooker and just do it in that for maybe an hour or two, or just a good old regular pot. And with the pot, it's going to take longer, so it's going to take maybe a day, but just make sure you're home. Don't leave the house while the pot is on, while the fire is on. You're going to bring it to a boil and then bring it back down to a simmer if you do that. Just make sure to keep an eye on it. Maybe time it so that you can do it the least possible overnight. Start it early in the morning, turn it off before you go to bed. And one more thing about the bones, if you are using bones that you've already roasted from another meal, no worries, you don't really have to worry about those because you've already cleaned everything and you're all good. If you are getting bones from the supermarket or the butcher or a farmer, then just make sure to clean those before you add them to your bone broth. What I like to do is just rinse them off in the sink, and then I like to quick boil them. So I just bring a normal pot of water to boil, and then wash those bones in the sink, put them in the boiling water, and let them boil for about 5 minutes. And then you'll take them from that pot of water, add them to your actual bone broth, and that first pot that you quick boiled in, that's dirty water at this point. You'll just toss that out, pretend you didn't even use it. That's just to make sure that any impurities kind of get boiled off there and you're not just cooking them concentrated for 12 hours. That's pretty much it. If you want your veggies more solid than mush, then I would add them towards the end of this crock pot, or even just cook the bone broth with vegetables afterwards like you do for regular soup. I just like them for the flavor. And one more thing, if you're doing chicken bones or fish bones, those are really small and you just want to make sure that you don't choke on anything. So what I like to do whenever you're done is just kind of use a little filter and pour out everything over this so that you get any small bones out of your broth before you start drinking it. If you don't have one of these, you can use cheesecloth that you can find at any supermarket. You could also honestly just use an old t-shirt that you have really washed, make sure it's clean, and then put that over a bowl, and kind of that'll help keep everything out of your actual bone broth. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comment below, and we'll try to get to you as soon as possible. I hope that you guys are finding ways to enjoy and survive, whichever one you're in is fine, this quarantine. Bone broth is an excellent way to just kind of nourish from the inside. It's great for collagen. It's great if you're going through menopause to kind of help replenish that collagen, help with night sweats, help with skin tone, all that good stuff. So take care, stay healthy, have fun, and we'll see you soon.